Hey, today I'm going to be talking about Socrative, which is an online student response system. It's great to use in the classroom. You just need a Wi-Fi connection. Students can use their smartphones or laptops or their tablets to answer questions in real time, and you can actually gauge how the class is going using some of the little activities that they have. There are online quizzes, there are short answers, and even some little games that they can do in groups, which I think is really neat. So the first thing you'll do is go to www.socrative.com and you'll want to sign up for an account. It's a free account, so just use your .edu email. I already have an account, so I'm going to click on Teacher Login and I'll log in. And this is my home screen. It'll tell me my room number, and this is a static room number that will always be here for me, and it's where I'll tell my students to go to log in for my activities. It'll tell you how many students are in the room. You can have single answer questions, multiple choice, true or false, or even open-ended short questions. You can do quiz-based activities with them, and you can create quizzes to do prior to class, which I've done. And then there's the space race, which is a great little group exercise. You also have an exit ticket, which I think is great, so you can get an end of class check to make sure that they're understanding the information that you're giving them. So I'll just demonstrate a couple of these. The first one is multiple choice. I'll click on, well actually what I'll do first is have a student log in. We'll have the left side of the screen be the teacher, and then the right side of the screen be the student view. So I'm going to be a student over here on the right side. I'm going to log in using that room number, which was 512890, and I'll join the room. And I'll actually shrink this up. So you can see I'm the student in the room over here, and I'm waiting for the teacher to start the activity. So I'm going to ask whether or not an encyclopedia is in a secondary resource or not. So true or false, an encyclopedia is a secondary resource, so I would click on true and false. And as you can see, the student's screen has changed, and I would say it's true, it is a secondary resource, so I would click on that. And you see over here, you get real-time responses, which I think is great. So I'd go, okay, most of you understand that, so that's good, we can move along. So I can go back to the main screen. And then the students over here on the right-hand side still have like a little busy window, and it's saying activity completed, please wait for the teacher to start the next activity. So I would, go about my lecture, go about what we were doing, and let's say I wanted to give them a quiz. I can start a quiz that I've already pre-made, which it's really easy to make quizzes on here. I have this primary versus secondary resources, and I'll let the students do it at their own pace, so I'll click on student pace quiz, and I can have live results right here. And over here on the right, this is what the student sees. This is a quiz that I've already made in Socrative. So it's just asking whether or not these documents are primary or secondary. So I'll answer them as they go and go to the next question. A movie review by these guys, that would be a secondary resource. Good, going to the next question. And then the students go on until they finish the quiz. Over here on the left, on the professor side, you see who is doing what, how many questions have been answered, how many are correct, all of that. And then you can end the activity by clicking the End the Activity button. And when you do that, it'll ask you if you want to email a report or if you want to download a report. And it'll actually download an Excel file and give you all the information about how many students took the test, how many answers they got right, and which answers they got right or not. So down here, I'll just briefly show you the quiz report. It's an Excel file. It tells you when the test was taken, the room number, who it belongs to, and then the answers that people had. So it's a great way to capture information, and you can just push that table, I'm sure, into other things that you need. There's this exit ticket. that you can run at the end of class, which I think is kind of nice. So the students will see, enter your name. Oops. And it'll ask you if you understood the material. Yeah, I get it. I understand it pretty well. It asks you what you learned today. And you can solve the problem on the board if you want to do that. And I'll finish the ticket. And over here on the left-hand side, I'll get the end of the activity. I think it's kind of neat to gauge what the students do understand or don't understand. And I end the activity, I can then download the report once again. I won't do it right this second. But just so you get a quick understanding, there's a space race game where students can compete against each other. You can create a quiz and set teams, and I've done it where I've had 6 teams of 6 people. One person has a mobile device, and they are the ones inputting the correct information while the rest of the group tells them the right answer. So that seems to work out well. The space race, it actually will go, well, you can assign colors or they can pick whatever color they want. And the person who answers the most correct questions wins, which I think is kind of neat. They can just compete with each other. Oops. So I'll start the space race just so you can quickly see. And I'm using the primary and secondary resource quiz. But over here on the left, you can see what's going on with my little rocket ship. And the students can see that as well, which I think it makes it a little competitive, a little more fun. So I'll end the activity, but I won't download a report. So this is Socrative. There's a lot of things you can do with it. It provides a lot of quick feedback, immediate feedback, and I think that engages the students and lets them get to use their devices, but it doesn't really interfere with what's going on with the class. So if you have any questions, if you want to learn a little bit more about this technology, just let me know. My email is morr@jcsu.edu, or you can always find me in the library. I'm Michelle Orr. Thanks.